My name is Néstor Sevilla Bazan. Quiero saludarles a todos ustedes en el nombre precioso de Jesucristo, nuestro Salvador y Señor nuestro. A mi lado está mi esposa por 66 years. Her name is Celia Bazan.
86 años.
86 años, yes. Y de casados, 66.
How many years were you involved in district leadership?
From the time I graduated from Bible school in 1946, throughout my ministry, I was involved in leadership. I served as the vice president of Los Embajadores, served as sectional and executive presbyter, served as a teacher, pastor, and on the board of LABI. I was superintendent of the Central Latin American District Council for 9 years, from 1966 to 1974.
Dad, you told me that there are some very important people that were mentors to you and influenced you prior to your leadership. Can you mention a couple of them for us?
Yes. Demetrio Bazan and brother Jose Sanchez.
And how were they instrumental in influencing you?
Well, and they were all in the ministry, and they taught me a lot of things in the leadership.
You said that Tío Demetrio would go to Mexico and he would preach to you and your family? Yes.
And then he saw in me something that I can be easy to the gospel and also to serve the Lord. So he chose me and paid for everything, not only the Bible school, but even my way to go to the United States.
Okay. You mentioned Brother Kenzie Savage at the time that he was president of LABI when you went to Bible school?
Yes. Yes. He was my inspiration also to leadership, and I learned from them some things that will be useful for in leadership.
Okay. And then he later served with you as secretary of the Central District when you became superintendent, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Brother Rubel Benavides was superintendent of the Central Conference, and was he a good mentor for you? Was he another mentor for you?
Yes. Yes, he was not only my leader, but also my inspiration.
Okay. And you served as sectional presbyter under his leadership?
Yes.
Okay. Brother Jose Giron was Demetrio Bazan's secretary when he was superintendent of the Latin American District Council. You mentioned he was also influenced your life.
Yes.
Dad, can you list some events that you remember about the dreams you had to build the district?
Yes.
You spoke to us about when you would go to the Assembly of God General Council and you would hear reports that the Anglo churches were growing. Was that something that sparked a
Yes,
vision in you?
that's what I decided to do the same what the Anglo-Saxons do with the Latin American district.
So your dream was to see the number of churches in the Hispanic community grow, and you wanted to implant those same methods of growth.
Yes,
Were you able to do some of those things?
yes, yes. In Salt Lake City, growing in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Mom, I'm going to ask you this question. And Dad realizing his dreams or working towards his dreams, Chama had a big part of that. When you went into the ministry, Chama had just been purchased, and Dad helped to build the first tabernacle to put on the roof, which is now the comedor. That was in 1947. What did you see that Dad did at that time?
I think my husband had the desire of the leadership and ministry to have a place to go for spiritual and growth. As superintendent, he would go a month before and to get the camp ready. He would take the opportunity to develop relationships and counsel with ministers, because some would go to help him during this time.
So you were team building before team building was even popular, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The last question, what do you feel the next generation can accomplish? What would you like to leave them?
Grow as a district as well as the church numbers, spread the gospel. In our generation, the only way to reach a wide range of the Hispanic community was to use the radio. Now, days we have social media and technology to reach a wider number of people.
What would you like to leave for the young ministers that are watching this video?
Well, I want for them to look at us that we have many years in the ministry also, and we want for them to follow us and how we reach our generation to the present generation that you will minister to them.